So we are back with another episode of Eats with Evan, just like I mentioned. A weird one, but first, tell you where we are. We're at the C store with some delicious looking pizza in front of us, just back around the campus apartments. Is that correct?
Correct.
The guest sitting across from me, familiar face for many of you, I'm assuming. Very familiar face with me, for me. This is technically my boss. So this is the director of this series, Kaylee Johnson. She is an alum. She holds 2 degrees from the university. She is now a full-time employee of the university. And that is as far as I will go for introducing her. I'll now pass the baton over to her and let her introduce herself.
I just have to say I'm proud of Evan. I think he did his research on 2 degrees, Facebook research maybe, which always comes in handy. Like Evan said, my name is Kaylee Johnson. I am the media relations specialist here at USI. I oversee all of USI social media and then all things external media for the university as well.
Start with the food. Pretty easy. If you mess that up, that's on you. What'd you order?
Okay, so I had to be creative and I couldn't just order like sausage, so I ordered the meat lovers. So we got a little personal pizza. We can do a little ASMR later, but here's a little view. You got some ham, sausage, pepperoni, red pepper flakes, and we got breadsticks. Evan, what's yours?
I got a crispy bacon ranch, crispy chicken bacon ranch pizza. I've never been in the C store before. I didn't even know where it was located, to be honest. So this is a great experience too for me. So I'm super excited for this episode because I hopefully get to learn a little bit more about Kaylee as well. Evansville, what does it mean to you? I mean, you're a West Sider, correct? East Sider, West Sider.
Catching you on your holes. I guess I could say I'm like an honorary West Sider at this point.
Honorary West Side.
I'm an East Side gal. I went to Bosse High School. I live really close to Bosse still on the southeast side. Went to USI, got my degree, undergrad in public relations and advertising. Finished that in 2020, COVID. Loved that. No commencement ceremony or anything like that. So I decided to go ahead when the world was shut down to continue my education.
Mhm.
So went for my Master of Arts in Communication here at USI as well. And that's when I started working full time. So Evansville has just been the right fit for me.
Yeah.
Feels like home.
When you started, so 2016? When you enrolled?
2016, yeah.
2016, 8 years forward, 2024, here we are now. What's the biggest change from 16, 24, 8 years time, almost a decade?
At USI?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So whenever I was at USI, I cheered, and we used to cheer in the PAC, which you guys probably don't even know what the PAC is anymore, the Physical Activity Center, which is now the Screaming Eagles Complex. So that's showing my age a little bit, but just like the buildings on campus, it's totally different. I was always a commuter student, so I didn't have any like affiliation with the campus apartments or res halls or anything like that, but like just the growth over campus overall has been insane. Like the arena and Health Profession Center is going through the renovation now. There's so much happening all the time and constantly evolving.
I firmly believe that if you enjoy what you do, you love what you do, you want to be where you do, you make an active choice every day. So you wake up and you choose to do what you do. You choose to be where you are. That was your decision in 2016.
Right.
When you wake up, what leads you to your choice to still be here today?
I think for me, just attending USI, being a student, I always followed USI on social media and always had ideas on what they could be showcasing that they weren't. Not that it was bad, but just more ideas of how we could showcase the student experience and what's actually happening at USI, all the great things. So just waking up and being able to know I can come and portray all of the awesome things that USI has to offer from that student perspective, having gone through it myself, is motivating. And again, not all that I do is socials, but a lot of the work that I do is related to social media. So just being able to kind of live vicariously through my own experience and the students, I think, is what keeps me going there.
Cool. Talking about on the topic of what you do, walk us through a day in the life of Kaylee Johnson.
Everybody always is like, what's a day in the life? There is not a day in the life. It is just like a little bit chaotic every day, which I appreciate because I never know what I'm going to walk into. A lot of communicating. Obviously, I'm in marketing and communications, so just a lot of emailing, coordinating, scheduling. So the other side of my job, the media relations side, which is in my title, is more coordinating with external entities. So it's a lot of balancing the fun, trendy social media side, managing that content, creating it, and then also the very professional like gotta follow these guidelines
Yeah.
type of thing when you're pitching out our experienced people or what we have going on event wise, that kind of thing. So never the same, never really know what to expect. It's a lot of pivoting and time management that
Yeah.
goes into every day. So
Sweet.
wait, I'm gonna ask you a question. What's the cherry Coke rating to you?
For those that know me, which probably nobody does, I don't really drink a lot of pop or soda. I have cherry Coke today and it's amazing. I'll give it an 8.4. And actually, no, we're going to give it a 9. And the reason why we're going to give it a 9 is because for my fellow ice connoisseurs, this is the good ice. The C-Store fountain drink machine has the good ice.
Do you want me to give my rating or what? Or are you
No, it's
done?
okay. What would you rate your drink and your food?
I would rate my Coke. I'm gonna give it an 8.7.
What I want to, because we're not flipping the script. I'm the host, not the guest. What I wanted to ask you is, you're a bit of a paradox when it comes to my outlook on USI because you're quite young. I mean, you are young, but you're only in your professional career for not more than a handful of years. But you're pretty well tenured at USI, all things considered. So when you think about USI, what do you foresee the next 2, 3, 5 years being? What would you want them to be? How does your role play into that?
I would say what I'd like to see for the institution in the next couple of years is that people locally, students locally, high schoolers, middle schoolers, they look at USI as a first choice. I can play a part in that in terms of how we showcase the university on social media and
Yeah.
how we pitch it out externally to the media as well.
So what accounts do you control?
Oh, goodness.
Put her on the spot here
Yeah,
because I know the answer too.
I think we have 7. Am I right?
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, X,
Yes.
Threads,
Yes.
TikTok, YouTube.
As we wrap up this interview, you can see that Kaylee was very hungry. These are all gone. We're going to get into our 3 rapid fire questions. She should know how these work.
Rapid.
Okay, first question. Your 4 years of undergrad, what was the best?
Junior year.
Okay,
Why? I don't know. Just a
Nope.
fun year.
didn't? Yeah. Second question. Chipotle or Qdoba, and follow it up with why you're wrong.
The answer is Qdoba. Evan disagrees with that,
And
but
tell us why
Qdoba,
you're wrong.
because you can go get a mini bowl, kids meal, comes with whatever you want on it, mini bowl, perfect for lunch, chips and a drink, $8, and you get a USI discount.
Third question posed to you. No, we're going to go third question. I have to, Leo, edit that out. Third question. If you could summarize your time at USI as a undergrad, as a master's student,
Mm-hmm.
and then now as a member of faculty in one word each,
Mm-hmm.
what would each word be?
Bachelor's degree, I would say transformative.
Rapid fire. Oof. Good word. I'll let you off the hook for that. Master's, what would you say?
Masters, I can't think
We're going
of
to
a
have
good
a
word.
clock ticking right here.
It's gonna have to be edited because I don't have any good words. Master's degree, I would say challenging,
Challenging. It's your time as an employee.
inspiring.
Transformative, challenging, 3 words. Transformative, challenging, inspiring.
Correct.
2 words.
Thank you.
Last question posed to you from our prior guest.
Okay.
What is one spot on campus that is underutilized by members of our USI community?
I would say either the Recreation, Fitness, and Wellness Center, which I have no excuse not to go anymore because I'm housed in that building.
Right about it?
So need to go utilize the gym area there. Also, the trails on campus are beautiful and lots to explore in terms of nature and just our community. So people don't utilize the trails like they need to.
You know the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Pose one question to our next guest. What would it be?
So if your time at USI were to come to an end, what would you want your legacy to be?
That wraps up another Eats with Evan. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to sit
Of
down with me.
course.
Enjoy the pizza. We will catch you at the next one.